John, you know, the father of the whole story of Alita is basically Yukito Kishiro. He has drawn the manga, and is sort of like the idea giver. In what way has he been involved while you were doing the movie, and what did he say about the characters and the creation of the world that he sort of made up?
You know, when we first learned of the rights and wanted to acquire them, Jim Cameron flew over and met with Kishiro-san. And he made a commitment to him that when we did the movie, we wouldn't do the Hollywoodized version of it. We would do the cinematic interpretation of his work. And throughout the years, we made him a part of the process. I went back and shared with him the artwork we were working on. I shared with him the script on different trips. I shared with him cut scenes as those were coming to fruition. And one of the two big thrills that I had relating to him on the show were, one, when he came to visit our set in Austin, Texas. He had never been outside of Japan before. And he came down to Austin, Texas, where we had built 97,000 square foot set of Iron City. And we walked from the back of the set into Iron City, where the street motorball scene takes place. And Kishiro, who is a man of very few spoken words, many written words, he didn't say anything, but the smile on his face said everything. He had walked into a world that he couldn't imagine would be real one day. And then just this past weekend, I flew to Tokyo, and I screened the entire movie for him. And he rewarded me by saying that we lived up to our promise of living to the world that he had created, and that the movie was more emotional than he thought it would be, and that Motorball and the action sequences came to life on a scale that he could not have imagined.
Is your film also a feminist statement?
Yeah, I think number one, a timeless story is what attracts Jim Cameron to all the films that he does. It doesn't matter when you tell the story, and Kishiro created a timeless story with universal themes that are relatable. You know, as Rosa said, that we don't view Alita as a hero, a superhero. We view her as a hero, which makes her accessible. And I think we all saw it as a film that is about the empowerment of women, but not just women. It's anybody who, as she says in the movie, thinks of themselves as insignificant. And we've all felt that in our lives. But this movie shows that even those who think of ourselves as insignificant, we have the ability to change people and the world around us.
And sort of going back to the question you were posed about the problems that we see now, I think that she represents all disenfranchised people. And I think that not only women, but all people who have faced a certain level of adversity will find some satisfaction in this film.
This was the first movie in month that makes me cry, so thank you for that.
Because
it has
Thank you.
I'm glad I made you cry.
And it has a soul. So how important and how difficult was it to bring this emotion to the screen? Because I know it was motion captured, and it was a very, very great making of the whole team to making a leader more human than a human itself.
It was emotion capture.
Yeah, emotion capture, that's right.
Been trained very well.
You know, I think when we started the process of making this movie, we know that movies are about the close-up. They're about the performance. And we didn't focus on technology. We focused on casting. Who we going to find to play this character? And when people say to me, John, you've been involved with this for 20 years. Are you glad you waited because of the technology? And I say no. I'm glad we waited because we found Rosa Salazar, because that's what separates out. And when she saw the movie, she turned to me and said, that's me up there on the screen.
I so much so that I did what every actress does, and I critiqued my performance. I said, oh my God, on that kissing bridge scene, I'm doing that annoying thing with my mouth, and he looked at me and he said, that's great, because you're critiquing your performance through the CGI body you're driving, so we kept our promise to you.